Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we got some very interesting news for Bitcoin, right? Some very bullish news. We have institutions looking to come on board. We have Bill Ackman starting to become interested in Bitcoin. He has not really shown any interest in it in the past, and so there's definitely a lot of activity happening with Bitcoin, and then we're going to have institutions coming on board in Q2 according to Bitwise, and so we're going to be digging into that. Now if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and if you're interested in signing up for Margex, there is a link underneath the video for leverage trading. And so let's go ahead and jump into the video here. Let's take a look at this chart here with Bitcoin. So as we can see, Bitcoin's currently trading right around $69,900. We're not far off from the all-time high on Bitcoin, and I expect that to come here in the next couple of days. Mondays and Tuesdays have been very bullish for Bitcoin over the last couple of weeks, and so I want to look at some very interesting information here. And so as we can see, Bitcoin is currently trading around $69,800. However, these gray lines here, the bar chart that is shown, is the ETF inflows. And so we can see, and this is last week here, this is 2 weeks ago, and then in between these two white lines here is 3 weeks ago. And so we can see on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we start seeing a very big push of inflows on the Bitcoin ETF. And so we can see we saw a spike here back at the end of February, and then we can see we saw a big spike here on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then last week we saw a massive spike here at the Bitcoin ETF inflows last week. And so this could show that we're going to possibly get a push up on the Bitcoin chart here coming over the next couple of days. And so I find this very interesting here. This is definitely something to be paying attention to moving forward. So let's take a look at some other news that was released today. We have Bitwise that has revealed that major institutions will start investing in Bitcoin ETFs starting in Q2. And so they're saying they're just going to get started investing in Q2, right? And so it looks like we have a lot of inflows already coming in, but wait until institutions start investing, wait until large investors start putting their money in, right? There's possible discussion that Jeff Bezos is investing in Bitcoin. We have Bill Ackman starting to become interested in Bitcoin. And so when they start investing their money in, that's where we're going to start seeing massive moves in Bitcoin, right? Retail can move Bitcoin, but institutions will move Bitcoin much faster and much higher. And so we can see here that there will be an influx of institutional interest. Other Bitcoin ETF issuers are engaged in serious due diligence discussions with a variety of major financial and corporate entities that are interested in gaining Bitcoin exposure. And now these include major wirehouses, institutional consultants, large corporations, without disclosing further details about their identities. And so according to the Bitwise CIO, entities in these three categories will initiate the first significant flows into Bitcoin in the second quarter. He added that the flows are expected to accelerate throughout the year, right? And so we're already seeing very massive inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs. However, they are stating that this is going to be the first significant flows once institutional interest comes on board. So definitely something to keep in mind. As I mentioned as well here, Bill Ackman is starting to become interested in Bitcoin. And so he mentions here that maybe I should buy some Bitcoin because he's mentioning that the Bitcoin price leads to increased mining and greater energy use, driving up the cost of energy, causing inflation to rise and the dollar to decline, driving demand for Bitcoin and increased mining, driving demand for energy, and the cycle continues, right? So Bitcoin goes to infinity, energy prices skyrocket, and the economy collapses. And so he's making a little bit of a joke here. However, I don't think he fully understands the Bitcoin energy usage. The difficulty is going to go down. If there's more miners online and they're not making money, they will come offline. And so it's definitely self-regulating. It's not like we're just going to continue to see energy costs continue to increase with Bitcoin mining. And so we can see other people jumped on board here as well. Michael Saylor responded that you should buy Bitcoin, but not for the reasons cited above. Most Bitcoin miners are driving the cost of electricity down for other consumers, not up. Let me know if you'd like to discuss one-on-one. And so we might see some more information on this over the next couple of weeks. And then in addition to that, there's also this wallet here that purchased a massive amount of Bitcoin 2 weeks ago, right? They bought 26.139 thousand Bitcoin worth 1.33 billion. Now this is the day after Jeff Bezos sold Amazon stock. So there is speculation that this is possibly Jeff Bezos' wallet here. And so we can see this is currently worth 1.62 billion. And so we could see that Jeff Bezos is buying Bitcoin. Now, Jeff Bezos and Michael Saylor have also been in discussion. So this is another topic to keep an eye on as well. Now, in addition to that, we are seeing USDT continue to be printed. Now, this is very bullish. The reason that USDT is being printed is because there's a large inflow of cash flowing into the market. And so if we take a look at the market cap for Tether here, this always stays at a $1 price. However, the market cap will continue to increase. And so to keep it there, they have to continue printing more USDT. And so we can see this has been increasing since the end of last year, right? We went from $66 billion market cap up to a $91 billion market cap. And so about $25 billion of USDT has been minted since the end of last year. And so as that continues to increase there, we will see a lot of that USDT flowing into cryptocurrencies. And so this is another very bullish sign that I am seeing out there as well. So in addition to that, we also have Larry Fink bets Bitcoin ETFs are just the beginning as Wall Street eyes a $10 trillion tokenization pay. And so in a video, Larry Fink has mentioned that the Bitcoin ETF is the first step. The second step is going to be tokenizing assets. And so there is a few different cryptocurrencies that I am paying attention to. One is Ondo Finance here, which is focusing on institutional grade finance now on chain. And so we can see here that they have high quality assets and managers. Our funds invest exclusively into multi-billion-dollar, highly liquid, exchange-traded funds managed by the world's preeminent bond managers. And so they have BlackRock listed here as well. And then another cryptocurrency that's also focusing on the same thing here is Maple Finance. And so they are focusing on institutional capital marketplace on chain as well. They're working on tokenizing those assets. And so these are two cryptocurrencies that I am paying attention to, especially if Larry Fink brings back up real world assets and tokenization. So in addition to this news here as well, we also received some news from the Quant CEO here. And so we have Gilbert Veradin, the founder and chief executive officer at Quant, and he has been doing some testing with CBDCs. And so it's definitely been in testing, but they're predicting that for 2024 is that it will be the year of widespread institutional adoption of this transformative technology. And so this isn't the first time we're hearing about institutional adoption, right? We heard about it in the past article that I was talking about with Bitwise. Bitwise is starting to see institutional adoption. Cryptocurrencies firsthand are starting to see institutional adoption. And so Quant here also mentions that institutional adoption is coming. It's something we're going to see during this bull market. And once they come on board, that is when we're going to start seeing very quick moves. We're going to start seeing Bitcoin move quickly. We're going to start seeing many altcoins move very fast. Altcoins are going to provide better returns. However, those are also going to have higher risk as well. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And then check out those links underneath the video if you're interested in signing up for Margex for leverage trading. And I hope to see you in the next video.